going on, you guys? I'm gonna start a new video, but before I do, it's been a while. You guys haven't seen the C55, so just wanted to let you guys know it's still here. Still in good shape. Just doesn't really need any work, so hasn't been the focus of the videos lately. But I do have some modifications coming. This is basically a big bag of bushings. Sorry, plane flying above me. But bag of bushings for basically for the whole rear end suspension components. So all the arms, pretty much every bushing that goes in the back for the arms and all the suspension, it's gonna get replaced. I'm probably not gonna do this for a while. Like maybe springtime, or maybe one of the little break periods I get for winter, but that type of job is not fun to do with cold hands, so I might wait till it's warmer out to do that. So yeah, we're gonna check a couple things today. Do the rotors, check that temperature switch, and then I'm gonna take a look at some of the spark plugs, just see what kind of shape they're in. I'm assuming they were probably done around 100,000 miles, or sometime after that, I'm not sure, but it's always good to take a look and see what kind of shape they're in, and then see if there's something that I need to look at, purchasing down the road sometime soon. So that is about it. It's a chilly day today, but we're gonna make our way over there and throw those rotors on, and then get the other couple things done too. Alright, new rotors are on. Check the other few things I was talking about. I didn't happen to have a coolant temp switch or sensor, so I'm gonna order one of those. But I did notice the coolant level was a tiny bit low too, so I'm gonna try to fill that up before and see if that changed anything before I just try to throw the sensor at it. So I'm gonna go pick some coolant up right now. But yeah, these are new rotors, just regular, nothing fancy. But yeah, brakes feel good, and I'm gonna get going, finished up some little stuff, and I'll check with you guys in a second. What's going on, you guys? Finally drove the C55 today after, I don't even know, probably like a week and a half. I think that's the longest I haven't driven it while I was still in the country, so I missed it. It's driving good. I need to check tire pressure, and I'm gonna do an oil change tomorrow, which I will film along for you guys, because I don't think I've ever filmed an oil change for this car. So I'll do that, and then I'm also gonna be checking the spark plugs, just like I did on the ML55. I didn't video that, but I actually bought NGK just standard plugs for both cars, because I'm really curious. Nobody seems to run them, but they are offered on FCP Euro, and with the price difference, even though I know coppers do not last as long as standard, they're actually nickel alloy tip. They don't last nearly as long as the platinums or iridiums. If they perform just as well, then I really don't mind having to change them out, every 20,000 or 30,000. That's about 2 years of driving for me, especially now splitting between the ML55 and C55. I'm sure my mileage will go down on this car by a little bit. So I've been averaging about like 10,500 a year miles for this car. So that's a spark plug job every 2 years. I really don't mind that. And if they work properly and the car runs good, then I'm gonna go with those, because they were literally $31 for 16 compared to almost from 180 to like 200 something, depending on if you get the NGK laser platinums or laser iridiums. So I want to see what happens. Nobody seems to talk about it on the forums. I tried to post questions on the forums on MBWorld, and nobody had a response from me. I asked, does anybody run standard plugs on C32 or C55? Nobody seems to have gotten back to me. So I'm going to be the guinea pig. I'm going to test them out. I don't mind changing them. It takes a little bit of time, but it's really not that hard. You just got to be patient. So I'm going to change them out. The other reason I want to change them out is because when I bought I have Bosch Platinums in here right now, double Platinums, I think, in the C55. When I bought them off Amazon from this seller that is called Bosch Automotive, I believe. But Bosch's real Amazon store is just Bosch, which I didn't know at the time. And I've been seeing these videos on YouTube of people exposing like fake NGK plugs or fake Bosch plugs. And this seller, when I'm looking back at the feedback now, I don't think this feedback existed when I bought them, but the feedback now shows like a bunch of people complaining about, are these, fake plugs? Some of them say made in Russia, some of them say made in China, some of them say made in Germany. So kind of bizarre. And it makes me worry a little bit because I got such a good deal on them that it makes me think like, is that too good to be true? You know what they say. If it's too good of a price, it might be too good to be true. So my wires are good. I have Bremy wires. Those are what FCP offers. I don't think I bought them from FCP. I wish I did. I don't think FCP had them at the time though. So I ended up buying them somewhere else. But my wires are good. But even though the spark plug has been performing fine, I think they've been on for maybe like 8,000 miles or so. They've been performing fine and the car is running fine, but it really makes me worry not knowing for sure where they came from and if they are in fact genuine Bosch plugs. So I'd rather have an NGK standard plug if they work properly than a Bosch plug that I don't know where it came from. So I'm going to change those out. I just ordered them yesterday, so they're probably not going to be here for another week or so at least. So I will change this out and I'll make a video for it once I do. And then the results and what I think. I'll give you guys a little update later down the road for what I think about them and how they're running, performing. Lots of people say that, like, I don't know, it's all over the place with spark plugs. Like some people say, oh, I feel like I lost 20 horsepower because I switched back to standard plugs. Or some people say only run what the OEM recommends. Some people say there's literally no difference between all three types of precious metals. It's just longevity. So I don't know. The most worrisome thing I've heard is that if our coil packs were designed for a certain type of plug, like the Bosch Platinums or NGK Platinums, then switching to a copper plug would make the coils work a little harder, which I don't know. If somebody out there can verify, that's a question I've been trying to ask, but it seems like people on the forums are so annoyed with spark plug related questions that people just don't respond anymore, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so I have both of the cars now, so I'm gonna experiment. If it doesn't work out with the C55, then I know that I'm not gonna put them in the ML55. If it does work in the C55, then I know that I'm gonna put them in the ML55 too. The other interesting thing that I posted about in MBWorld, and I've had some responses, so thank you, Zayed. I think that's how you say his name. He was the one to respond to that. I was asking about why is ML55 and C55 spark plug heat range different for every manufacturer. Like NGK wants one range hotter for the ML55, so a 5 compared to a 6 for the C55. But Bosch wants a 8, which is colder for the ML55, and a 7 for the C55, which is hotter. So it's the opposite. So that part really throws me off. All the plugs are the same size, same dimensions, same gap, same all the stuff. But every manufacturer, NGK, Denso, Bosch, all have different heat range recommendations for the ML55 or the C55. Rather, the first generation of M113, so like the W10E55, the ML55, the C43 has the same plugs that they want for those cars, compared to the second generation of the NA M113, which is in the CLK55, the C55. So really weird that maybe as they went, my theory, what I post on MBWorld, is that maybe as they went in production and got closer to the end of this M113 platform, they realized that a little bit colder plug works better. So I mean, the horsepower numbers and the miles per gallon numbers are a lot better for the later generation M113s. I know the ML55 suffers a lot because it's all-wheel drive, but like with subtle things like deleting the cats, you can get from 14 miles per gallon up to like 19 miles per gallon, some people say. So I'm curious if I put the same heat range in the ML55 as the C55, which is a 6. I know it's confusing, which is an NGK 6 on the heat range. I'm interested to see if it will run better or get better MPGs, or I don't know. We'll see. So I'm curious, but I'll leave the C55 as kind of the test platform first. If I like how it runs, then I'll do the ML55. Spark plug job is easy enough to do, but it's not something I just want to go out and do both cars and then have to find out, well, they don't work well, and then have to undo both of them. So I'm going to start with C55. If it doesn't work out, then I'll still have those Bosches, which I'm going to verify if they're legit when I take them out. I'll still have those as a backup. Otherwise, I can order a different set. So, yeah, that is a lot of spark plug related information. But I'm excited to see what turns out, because if the standards work, then that means I have a lifetime supply of standard spark plugs for $60 combined between the ML55 and the C55, because FCP is lifetime warranty. So that would be pretty cool if I can change them every 2 years and basically have them for free. Not a bad deal. So that is it. Just wanted to update you guys. I was excited to drive this car after I had not driven it for so long, so I just wanted to take a quick talking video for you guys. I'll be back tomorrow with the oil change. I'm switching over this car to the Castrol Titanium Edge 0W40, just like I did to the ML55. The ML55 seems to like it, so I'm going to use it on this car as well. I've experimented a couple different types of oil, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. With this car, I've experimented with them, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. And yeah, check a couple other things. Car needs a little bit of love, so see you guys tomorrow.